I'm Aaron Gill with my partner Ryan Zielsdorf, and we are hosting a girls matchup.
Okay. Hello and welcome to Seaman High School. We got a great matchup today between the Manhattan Indians and the Seaman Vikings here for a women's varsity game.
I am Aaron Gill with my partner here Ryan Zielsdorf, and right off the bat, we're going to start off with the starting lineups. First off, we're going to start with the Seaman girls. First off, 00 Reagan Kramer. Number 1, Maddie Steiner. Number 3, Cameron Turner. Number 12, Chloe Carter. And number 24, Taylor Russell. And for the Manhattan Indians, we've got number 2, Jaden Wexerman. Number 3, Emmeline Oxerman. Number 13, Haley Harper. Number 15, Oliver Oxerman. And number 23, Taylor Johnson.
Something you may have noticed from that starting lineup announcement was Megan Skoke was not in the lineup. Don't know what's going on there. She is a favored snowball candidate tonight. That may have something to do with it, but we are going to head down to the action right now. The game is just beginning here with the steal by the Vikings. Reagan Kramer bringing the ball up to start it early. Cameron Turner driving inside, kicking out to Chloe Carter for 3. Just off the mark, rebounded again by Kramer. And that's going to be a tie-up jump ball. And we're still scoreless here with 7:10 remaining in the first.
And that's going to be going to the possession of the Vikings. Great ball awareness there for the Vikes there.
Taylor Russell with the put in there to increase the Viking lead to 2. Nice little jab step there from the Lady Indians. 3 is put up and good. Nothing but the bottom of the net there for Taylor Johnson.
Yeah, little breakdown there for the Vikes, leaving Taylor Johnson wide open for the 3, and we can see early that she can shoot.
Cameron Turner with a nice pass down low to Taylor Russell and has that swatted away. Rebound by the Lady Indians. Ball on the floor. Chloe Carter picks it up and keeps her dribble. Very impressive. Wide open layup drive is good. Right hand from the left side of the goal. Almost a steal there by Reagan Kramer. Double teamed. Passes up the 3. Kicks it down low, and the foul is going to be called there on Taylor Russell. Her first. Team's first foul as well. Taylor Russell taking a minute there to tie her shoes.
That's going to be a turnover on Manhattan. It's going to be Vikings ball. Just a miss possession by both teams there, both ending in turnovers. The ball going out of bounds with this game already 4-3.
So far, this game is already closer than the last time we called it, Aaron, where that one was a blowout from the beginning. Contested put up there by number 22, Kyle Wilson of the Lady Indians. No good there as the Lady Vikes bring the ball down the floor. Start another possession. Cameron Turner trapped outside, down low. Tries to find Maddie Steiner, but that one goes out of bounds. And this one's going to be inbounded from the sideline.
Not a smart pass there. You know, it was over her head across the court. You know, probably could have kept it a second longer and find another open person.
Contested pass swatted away there by Taylor Russell. Turnover for the Lady Indians as Chloe Carter brings it up the court with a full head of steam. Reagan Kramer fakes a little inside move there. Taylor Russell driving inside. Looks for someone to pass to, takes it up herself, just off the mark on the contested layup there. Finds Cameron Turner back outside to reset the play. Maddie Steiner for three. Banks it in. The bank is open. Get your checks now. That three is good from Maddie Steiner to increase the lead to 7-3 here with 4:15 remaining in the first. Little conservative offense here for the Lady Indians starting this game. And as I say that, pull-up jumper from the free throw line. Haley Harper gets that one to go. As Reagan Kramer puts a little move on, drives inside, just off the mark on the layup. Could have been a foul there, but they're not going to call it. Nonetheless, great defense so far from the Lady Indians. They've only had a couple defensive breakdowns. As that three goes up, just off the mark, Kaya Wilson misses that three.
Yeah, and the Vikes really utilizing Taylor and Chloe right inside that middle, try to bang inside the, well, really bang inside the paint and go in for that rebound.
Cameron Turner turns the ball over there, traveling as Riley Cowan and Sophie Sparks come in for Taylor Russell and Maddie Steiner. This Lady Indians team is very tall. Kaya Wilson, 6'2", along with her fellow tall teammates, but that's just one that stands out if you look at the roster here.
Yeah, and you can see right now that Taylor Russell not in the game right now, so we're going to have a smaller person. I believe that is Riley Cowan that is guarding her at the moment.
That's going to be an illegal screen from Kaya Wilson. Unable to keep her feet steady. Cameron Turner falls to the ground, loses the ball. 101 fast break. Misses the layup. And one is good by Kaya Wilson. That is somebody that the Lady Bucks are going to have to watch out for as this game progresses, as she is already racking up points. Tying the game up there for the possibility of taking the lead.
Not a smart foul there. The first person missed the basket and really didn't need to foul her going back up.
Free throw is good from Kaya to increase the lead to 1 for the Lady Indians as Cameron Turner drives inside, gets that one swatted away. I think she tried to pass that ball. It seems Cameron's been trapped twice now down on the baseline, hasn't been able to get a pass outside.
Yeah, like you said, that height for that Manhattan team, it just right inside that paint and just swatting that away.
We got some new subs in here for the Lady Indians. Driving inside, swatted away is Cameron Turner as she trots up the floor looking for the ball, but Chloe's going to keep it.
Cameron Turner, you know, not the tallest player on the team, but using her hops to get up there and with the swat.
Reagan Kramer for three. That one rattles its way in, increasing the lead to 10-8 here with just under 2 minutes remaining in the first. So far, it's been a heavyweight battle of scoring. Great defense there from Sophie Sparks. Contested three, and that's going to hit nothing of the rim there. That's an air ball. Reagan Kramer gets it swatted away, but retained by Chloe Carter. Finds Cameron Turner, back to Chloe Carter, and she hits the three. Nothing but the bottom of the net. This is something, Aaron, that they have improved on dramatically since last game's three-point shooting, and that is something they are really going to need if they're going to bring home the dub here at Seaman High School.
Yeah, and that's 2 threes in a row by Reagan Kramer, and just great awareness by the other team, by the Vikes, I mean.
Cameron Turner bringing the ball up. And the three-point shooting has been spread throughout. Chloe Carter, Reagan Kramer, and Maddie Steiner all getting a piece of that three-point shooting. And once again, Cameron Turner having troubles down low as she loses the ball. But it is going to be a jump ball as we have some substitutions here. Maddie Steiner and Riley Poulter coming in for Reagan Kramer and Chloe Carter. Lady Indians with the inbound here, bringing the ball up the floor as we count down 30 seconds here remaining in the first. Your score 13-10. Lady Indians trying to tie it up and keep it within a possession here. A three-pointer, that would do it, just off the mark as the Lady Vikes corral that rebound, that three by Osterman. Cameron Turner, a little shake and bake there. Sophie Sparks for three, just off the mark on that, and that was contested as the buzzer sounds. 13-10 here at the end of the first. As we were calling that game right there, Chloe Carter came walking up behind us to what I think is the athletic trainer's office. Shouldn't seem like too much of a concern as she didn't look in any pain, but definitely a concern not having Chloe Carter there.
Yeah, and Chloe Carter's starting tonight, so I'm not sure what that is, what that whole situation is, but we will try to keep you updated as we get more information.
So far, the lead scorer for the Vikings is Reagan Kramer with 6. Not too bad for just one quarter of play. Hopefully she can continue this scoring momentum into the last 3 quarters of this game.
Yeah, and the leading scorer for the Manhattan Indians would be Taylor Wilson with the only three-pointer for the Indians.
As we begin the second quarter here, reminder, your score is 13-10. Reagan Kramer looking to inbound. Cameron Turner signaling to slow down the pace, trying to get good possession scoring here as they are ahead. It seems Chloe Carter, she just ran behind us. It seems that she went to the locker room to change jerseys. Quite odd there. Don't know why that happened. She is now wearing 44 instead of 12.
Yeah, it might be a maintenance flaw with the jerseys. I'm not real sure, but now she's number 44 instead of number 12.
And number 44 for the Lady Indians there, picking up the foul on the way up, and she will now be shooting 2 free throws.
Yeah, that's Zayna Chorus, so she's going to be shooting 2.
As Cameron Turner picks up her first foul of the evening. That free throw no good as Chloe Carter checks back into the game for Riley Poulter. Vikings still lead 13-10 with less than a minute gone here in the second quarter. Second free throw is good, cutting this down to just a 2-point game. Pretty good student section so far from both teams. We've got a majority of fans here from Manhattan. And we got the first 4 rows full here at Seaman High School in the student section for Lady Vike cheering. So as a Lady Vikes basketball player, this has to be quite exciting.
Yeah.
Risky pass in there. Maddie Steiner tried dishing it down low to Cameron Turner, just couldn't find her. It looks like they're going to have to find Cameron outside of the arc instead of down low because it hasn't been working so far this evening. Pump fake there and dribbled to the left, and they're going to call that a travel on Jaden Wicksterman.
Yeah, and there's been quite a few, I wouldn't say so much that that's really hurting this this offense, but for the Manhattan Indians, there's been quite a few turnovers that they really shouldn't have been turnovers, just because of double dribbling and traveling.
Chloe Carter there just off on the three-pointer from the left side. As the Lady Indians look for three of their own, but pass up on it. Drives inside, and the bucket is good from Kaya Wilson. Again, Kaya bringing more points to the scoreboard to tie it up now 13-13 with just under 6 to go.
Vikes really got to get something going on offense if they want to regain this lead.
Maddie Steiner with the ball. Dribbles left, kicks it out to Reagan Kramer, passes up on the three. Gives it over to Cameron Turner, drives inside, gets triple teamed and swatted out of bounds. They have really been watching film knowing that Cameron is the one to stop here this evening.
Yeah, and Cameron is their Lady Vikes leading scorer, and yeah, like you said, Manhattan must have been looking at their tape good because they're guarding Cameron.
Woo! A contested three there from Maddie Steiner. They were up in her grill. She knocked it down. Great three there from Maddie Steiner, and she's had two now. Bad pass there, but recovered from the Lady Indians. Cross-court pass there. Driving inside, Kaya Wilson puts it up just off the front rim. Rebound, Chloe Carter finds Cameron Turner, and now she's heading up the floor.
Yeah, I think.
Dishes it over to Reagan Kramer. Long jumper, no good. Rebound, Lady Indians. Full court pass there, knocked out of bounds by Cameron Turner. As we have a substitution here, Gabby Martinez checking in for Kaya Wilson. And it's going to be interesting to see here how the Lady Indians can play without Kaya, as arguably this has to be their best player.
Well, and they just took a timeout. I think they're going to talk it over. You know, they're only down by 3 with halfway through the second quarter. They really need some points on this possession, I mean, to not go behind by 2 possessions. So whatever they're talking about, they need to work. Well, it needs to work.
This student section is filling up more and more as we broadcast this game, as we are now 6 rows full. Great to see such a huge outing for the Lady Vikes, because I just know that they express how much they want fans at their game. Haven't had much luck this season until now. This is a rather large environment.
Well, it also is not a school night like Tuesday was earlier this week when they actually didn't play. But, you know, also it's a special event with, you know, the Snowball King and Queen crowning tonight. So many students want to see that.
Lady Indians trying to find a shot to go here. Swatted away by Cameron Turner. Just a real nasty block there. And the contested jumper is no good. Airballs that one as Cameron Turner brings it down and gives it to Reagan Kramer. And Turner's going to reset this one. Taylor Russell with the pick there. And then Cameron is double teamed again. Maddie Steiner off on that three-pointer. And you can tell Cameron's getting frustrated that she can't get anything to go here this evening.
You know, and she doesn't really have to be so real frustrated about it. Yeah, she's not shooting great tonight, but her teammates are really helping her out with getting baskets inside and behind the arc.
Lady Indians kind of slowing down the pace here, trying to get a smart shot as we go just under 4 minutes here in the second. Short jumper, no good off the front rim. And the Vikings continue their lead as they are up 3. Cameron Turner driving inside, just off the mark on that layup there. Bringing the ball back out. Nice little move there. And the jumper's no good off the back rim, rebounded by Cameron Turner. That's another thing I've noticed is that Cameron has been doing well defensively as she has not produced offensively. Chloe Carter not happy with that air ball three there.
Well, yeah, Cameron, like I said earlier, is not the tallest player on this Lady Vikes team, but she's got just about every single rebound for this team, this game.
That's going to be another illegal screen there. An offensive foul on the Lady Indians. As Reagan Kramer will inbound from the sideline for the Lady Vikes. As we hit the 3-minute mark here this evening, looking to head into halftime. It's going to be a foul on the Lady Indians. Taylor Johnson picks up the foul there.
Yeah, this is a rather low-scoring game for both teams. You know, the Vikes average normally over 20 points in the first half, and they're only at 16.
Inbound pass there, good to Reagan Kramer. Cameron Turner trying to drive inside, back to Reagan, to Maddie, and then back to Cameron. I think they're trying to get her a bucket because they know that she can shoot. It's going to be another foul on the Indians. Riley Cowan checking in for Taylor Russell. Taylor Russell giving her some words of advice as she jogs over to the bench and is greeted by her coaches and teammates. Chloe Carter with the inbound. Riley Cowan finds Cameron Turner driving inside. Triple teamed again, and she's going to look to turn the ball over, but Chloe Carter grabs the loose ball there. Saved it from going out of bounds. Reagan Kramer drives inside. Floater no good off the front rim. Gets her own rebound and misses the putback. Rebound by the Lady Indians.
Well, the Indians are really playing like I would say, a 5-0 zone where every single player is not inside the paint at all. They're all playing outside, more around the arc, kind of close to the the Lady Vikes, but not playing so much man.
Sophie Sparks checking in there for Maddie Steiner as the Lady Indians get that inbound play, but not easy as they had to scramble for the ball. Taylor Johnson is going to be called for traveling there as she looks to give the pass outside. Just moved her feet a little bit there. If you're just now joining us, our score is 16-13 here in the second with 1:35 remaining. Lady Vikes are ahead of this one. Ball on the ground, picked up by the Lady Indians. 3-on-2 break here. Floater rattles in there for Taylor Johnson, making it a 1-point game with just over a minute.
Yeah, and the Vikes really on a not on a dry spell right now. Really not been able to get a basket in over 3 minutes.
Gabby Martinez going to be called with the foul there. Fans not happy with that one. Gabby not happy with that call at all. Chloe looking for the inbound. Finds Reagan Kramer. Had to just throw it up. Almost got the 5-second call. Cameron Turner kicks it up top to Chloe Carter. I believe they're going to try and hold this not all the way down to the half. but spent a good amount of time. Never mind. There's a travel called, which kind of busts that idea.
Well, yeah, and holding that for almost a full minute would be very hard to do for these Vikes.
Lady Indians give the ball to Kaya Wilson, who they know they can rely on. Riley Cowan fighting the great defense down low, and they're going to turn that one over, and it's going to the Lady Vikes here as Maddie Steiner checks in for Sophie Sparks. And now we hit exactly the 30-second mark. Now you got to think that the Lady Vikes are going to try to hold on to this ball until half because they are up by 1.
Yeah, and, you know, 30, like I said earlier, a minute I think is way too long to be able to hold it, but I think 30 seconds would be great, enough time. You know, the Indians look like right now they're not playing too hard a defense. They're playing a little off to eat all their man.
Reagan Kramer holds it at the top as we count down 5, 4. Finds Chloe Carter for 3. Oh, off the mark, and she airballs that one. Rebound, Lady Indians, but we do head into the half. A very low-scoring game here. Seaman leads 16-15. Maddie Steiner has 6 points along with Reagan Kramer. And for the Indians, Johnson has 5 and Kaya Wilson has 5. So not a lot of scoring here so far in the first half, but we will come back for the second half for more Lady Vikes basketball. You've been listening to the SVTV broadcast from Seaman High School.
Yo, how you doing, guys? It's your boy. It's your boy, and I'm about to go on. What? He wants the thing that said Jared Moore cowbell on camera. All right, hey there, Ryan. How you doing? It's a really nice night tonight.
So I'm just going to say, hey, the halftime score is 16-15.
Do I talk about the points?
No. And then I'm going to say, so at the conclusion of this game, we will stop the stream and then start a new stream for the Snowball crowning. We will end that stream. And then after that, we will go into the boys' game. And that's when we will begin the first half of the boys' game going in there. Trey Duffy will not be playing this game. We had talked last game about the hopes of that happening. But as we go to the girls' game, we look to see if Seaman can continue their lead as the score is 16-15 as we head to the action.
Were we actually on there?
Huh?
Were we actually on there?
We weren't on air there, were we? Okay, because I was just practicing, and then all of a sudden, like, hold the mic so it's not on. People can hear you. Yeah. Sorry if you heard anything you didn't want to hear. Didn't know we were rolling. I thought I was just practicing. But nonetheless, here we go. Second half of varsity girls basketball. Seaman continues to lead 16-15. If you heard that from that jumbled mess of clatter from Aaron and I. Kaya Wilson passes up the three, drives inside. Floater is good, rattles its way in as the Lady Indians take the lead early here in the second half. Not the way you want to start the game if you're the Lady Vikes. Chloe Carter back in her number 12 jersey. Don't know what that's about. Nonetheless, Maddie Steiner for the jumper, no good as Taylor Russell gets her rebound, goes up and is fouled. Osterman's going to pick up the foul there, and that is going to be her first foul.
Yeah, Taylor really needs both of these free throws to take the lead back.
First free throw is no good, so only the opportunity to tie as we go into the second free throw here. Second one, no good either. So the Lady Indians will keep the lead. And I gotta say, Aaron, this is a rather large crowd for it being halftime, basically, of the girls' game. And the jumper is good there from the Lady Indians as they take a 3-point lead here. And like I said, this is not the way you want to start a game. We'll start a half.
Yeah, and that Vikings offense still holding on to that 0 in the last 5 minutes now.
Cameron Turner just kind of jogging around, can't really get open. As Taylor falls to the floor there, loses the ball. Lady Indians are going to pick it up, but Maddie Steiner steals it away. And the layup is no good. Rebound, Lady Indians.
You know, that was a wide open opportunity for 2 points to make it a 1-point game, but not able to get that shot.
Haley Harper with the ball, finds the down low pass. And that is good as the Lady Indians increase the lead to 5. timeout from the Vikings. And we can already tell from the second half that the Lady Indians have come to play and have come to win. Kind of a sluggish start here for the Lady Vikes. This vibe in the huddle right now is very tense. And as we said, if you have not been watching this game and you pay attention to Seaman basketball, a familiar face and name, Megan Skoke, not in the starting lineup, hasn't even played a minute in this game as she sits at the end of the bench in her warm-ups. Don't know what that's about, but hopefully she'll be able to return soon.
Yeah, I really just think it's the fact that she's one of the candidates for tonight, which is going to be crowned after this game. And coach or she does not want to play a game and then get changed really fast and then do that whole ceremony. We don't know the reason why, but that's just a guess.
Very unfortunate if that isn't the reason, though, Aaron, because I'd want to play on my snowball night. And I know Megan would too. Great pass down low. Taylor Russell going to pick up the foul there. And I believe they're going to call the foul on the floor before the shot. Taylor Russell's second personal as she comes out of the game, and Riley Cowan comes in to fill her position. Layup no good there by Kaya Wilson. Scramble on the floor as Cameron Turner picks it up. Fast break all by herself. Gets the layup to go.
Yeah, and that's Cameron Turner's first points of the game. In the third quarter, that's just unheard of.
Cameron Turner, you can tell she needed that bucket to get ready to go. And it'll be interesting to see if that bucket will spark a run here for both Cameron Turner and the Lady Vikes as she gets the rebound there, puts a little move on and drives down the floor. Pull-up jumper is just off the mark, but gets her own rebound and puts it back up and in. Some lax defense here on Cameron Turner early as she is looking like she could keep the scoring run on if the Lady Indians don't pick up her on D.
And again, it's a one-point game.
Three no good there by Haley Harper as she goes to the ground. Wanted a foul, but I don't think there should have been.
I think it's going to be a foul on the Indians on number 13, Haley Harper.
Reagan Kramer inbounding to Cameron Turner there. As Cameron Turner gives it back to Reagan. Reagan's kind of filled that point guard position as Cameron Turner was kind of the point guard last year, was more dominant, known for her dribbling, handle move abilities, and just kind of switched to a bigger role this year, especially with Katira not on the team. Chloe Carter falls on the ground there. Cameron Turner puts up the floater, no good. We can definitely tell that Cameron has been trying to put her shots up this half. And now the student section is completely full, Aaron.
That's a rare occurrence for these Lady Vikes.
Jumper no good there by the Lady Indians, but rebounded by Jaden Wixelman. And there's going to be a travel called on Kaya Wilson. Indian fans not happy with that one.
Yeah, Indian fans were looking for a push-off, well, not a push-off, but a foul on the Lady Vikes, but not going to get called there.
Stolen away there by Wixelman. She's going to drive inside, and that's going to be a foul called on Reagan Kramer. Went to set the charge there, but didn't get it called, and she is frustrated.
Yeah, and that was not a smart pass there. You know, she really didn't see the man streaking down the court intercepting that pass, and it cost that. It's going to be the Indians shooting 2.
First free throw off the front rim, no good. As Gabby Martinez checks into the game for Taylor Johnson. Second free throw on the way here. Your score 21-20 with 3:16 remaining here in the third. Lady Indians still have the lead. Second free throw, no good. Rebounded by Kaya Wilson. And Chloe Carter just takes it away from her hands. And she is double teamed, and the Indians are going to steal the ball back. Layup, no good. Layup again, no. Riley Cowan with the swap and then goes back up, and Chloe Carter picks up the foul, and that's going to be an and-one layup for Kaya Wilson. Viking coach is not happy with that one.
Yeah, and the Indians there really playing a trap defense, double teaming Chloe Carter and getting that bucket.
Kaya Wilson free throw is no good off the back rim, but rebounded by the Lady Indians. Gabby Martinez with the ball, finds Wixelman, no good. Gets their own rebound. Kaya Wilson can't get the layup. Gets her own rebound. There's going to be a foul called on the floor. Kaya doesn't even know what just happened, but she's happy with the call. Maddie Steiner looking to check in, but a timeout is called before she can come onto the floor. And as we go into this timeout, Aaron, what do you see needs to be improved from this Seaman offensively or defensively trying to crawl back?
Well, both of them need to be improved. Defensively, like we just saw in that Indians possession there, they got about, I don't know, probably 7 rebounds, and they still have the possession. You know, no points were scored at all, and they still have the possession. Offensively, they need to give it, you know, back. They need to give it to Kramer, and they also need to give it to Taylor, which Taylor's not even trotting out on the court there. But they really need to get it to someone big inside the paint for the layup.
And I agree, Aaron, that Manhattan has been doing a fantastic job with offensive rebounding this game, something that the Vikes have sort of lacked with the lack of height. And stuff like this doesn't help either. Jaden Wixelman with the 3. Only 5'5". The sophomore still knocking down the 3. Cameron Turner spins inside, finds Riley Cowan for a rather wide open layup.
Like I just said,
late
give it down to your biggest man on the court and get it in for the layup. And now she's going to be shooting an and 1.
Riley Cowan, good to see her coming out and filling in that big role. We all know that when Katira Mayfield suspiciously left the team, that they were really going to miss having a big body down low. And Riley Collins kind of filled that position coming off the bench. Cameron Turner has also been doing a fantastic job working down low, getting rebounds, playing down big. For only being 5'8", pretty impressive. Maddie Steiner with a nice little steal there, but it goes out of bounds, goes off her knee.
Yeah, she really couldn't pick that ball off. Well, pick that ball up from rolling on the ground, and it hits her knee to go out of bounds.
Looking to inbound here, escapes the 5-second call, but stolen by Cameron Turner. Nice little move there. Drives inside, pull-up jumper is good, rolls in. 6 points now for Cameron Turner.
Yeah, and all those 6 points have been in this quarter.
Another timeout called by the Manhattan Indians as they need to talk things over, as the Manhattan lead has been shrunk down to just 2, 26-24, with exactly 2 minutes remaining here in the third. Promising signs for the Lady Vikes coming out of the first timeout that we just had quite recently.
Yeah, in this quarter, really, you know, the second quarter, the first little bit of the first quarter, you know, not much scoring, more turnovers, and just not able to get baskets to fall for both teams. But this quarter, both teams, you know, the Vikings have scored 8 points in this quarter alone, 6 of them by being Cameron Turner. But both teams actually just a lot more scoring in this quarter than the first half.
I don't want to say that they've been getting too tired, but the Lady Indians have definitely not been producing well and just kind of been slower paced and not as aggressive as we saw on that play. Just very non-aggressive going up for the layup there, and the ball goes on the ground, just kind of flopping on the ground to get the ball, and that's going to go to the Lady Vikes. If this continues, I can see the Lady Vikes pulling out and winning this thing by a rather major deficit lead, I guess.
Well, first they need to get the lead or to the tie here in this possession.
Cameron Turner with the ball. Only singly guarded man there. As Cameron seems to have new light under her belt now. This is going to be called with a foul down low on Kaya Wilson, I believe. Indeed, Kaya picks up her second foul. Kaya Wilson comes to the bench as we hit the minute 10 mark here in the third quarter. Lady Indians still lead 26-24. As Sophie Sparks has the ball at the top to reset. Risky pass down low to Maddie Steiner. Finds Chloe Carter for 3. Bang! Knocks it down. Chloe Carter to take back the lead. 27-26. Just under 50 seconds to go.
Indians left one of the best three-point shooters for the Lady Vikes wide open for the wide open 3.
And that's going to be a turnover there. Miscommunication. Gabby Martinez throws that one out of bounds for the Lady Indians. Head coach Scott Mall not happy with that. However, it seems he's giving words of encouragement from up here. Can't really exactly tell what he's saying. And that pass goes out of bounds there. Cameron Turner, not the best of passes to Chloe Carter as that one goes out of bounds into the student section.
No, that was way too high for Chloe and really not a smart pass.
Lady Indians looking like they're going to hold this one for the last possession as we hit 10 seconds here. And that one's going to be deflected out of bounds. Scoreboard person that does the scoreboard kind of let some seconds tick away there. Should be looking at more than 8 seconds, but they're going to have just under 8. As Kaya Wilson gets the ball, and again, seconds tick away from the clock as we go to inbound again. As we have a couple substitutions, Sophie Sparks coming in for Maddie Steiner, and Osterman coming in for Taylor Klossman. Haven't seen much of her this evening.
Yeah, and that foul was called on, I believe,
Kaya Wilson gets
Riley.
the jumper to go as we head into the fourth quarter. Cameron Turner, full court heave. No good at all. And as we go into the fourth quarter here, Lady Indians lead 28-27. Very low scoring game, but a real barn burner here at Seaman High School. And Aaron, you and I both called it early that this was going to be a close one, as we could tell already from the first quarter, as it was a heavyweight battle back and forth, and it's been that way ever since. Both teams have had their little runs here and there, but haven't gotten out of reach at all this game. I believe the highest lead was 6 or 5.
I believe it was actually 7. Earlier in the third quarter, it was, I believe, I don't know, it might have been 6 or 7, but this quarter alone, a lot more scoring I believe each team just got about 10 points this quarter. And in the first quarter, it was only a 19 to 16 game. And both teams almost putting up 10 points, which is, well, almost half of what we saw in the first half.
And if you are tuned in and listening to this girls varsity game, we encourage you, listen to us all night long, but we specifically encourage you to stay after this live stream here. We will be ending this live stream and starting a new one for the snowball crowning, which we all know everybody's excited here to see. We got 10 great candidates, 5 boys and girls, king and queens, looking to hope to take home the crown. 2 of the king candidates are Seaman boys basketball players, and 1 of the girls players is a queen, but she is not playing this evening for an unknown reason. We know she wants to be out here playing against a tough Manhattan squad here as they lead 28-27 with 7 minutes remaining here in the fourth. And I can tell, Aaron, this is going to be a long quarter. A lot of timeouts, but not if that keeps happening. Cameron Turner with the floater there, and she picks up 8 points.
Well, with Megan Skoke out, really Maddie Steiner and Riley Cowan has really played her position, really doing a great job.
And the contested floater is good there. That was a very impressive shot by Haley Harper. Getting that one to go right-handed, threw that ball up and rattled it in. Arguably could have been a foul, but they're not going to call it. This is where high school replays would be important, Aaron.
Well, it's just high school, so I don't know many high schools that actually have replay.
Three-pointer just off the mark there by Chloe Carter. That would have been a huge shot to put them up 2. Kaya Wilson working down low, and they have her double-teamed. Wide open jumper from the free throw line is good. Taylor Johnson really coming in clutch here for the Lady Indians this game. As she picks up her 6th point. Three-pointer no good there by Maddie Steiner.
And you really can't just settle for threes if you're the Lady Vikes. You know, you're down by 3. You know, you shot a 3 last possession, didn't get it, and the Indians went down and got 2 to increase their lead.
Lady Indians trying to kind of like running the Jayhawk here. And there could have been a foul there. Could have been a foul there too, but they're not going to call it. But the put-in is good nonetheless. Gabby Martinez getting that one to go. She's been a big help for the Lady Indians here in the second half coming off the bench. And that spin around put up is good by Cameron Turner off the glass, and she has 10 points, all of which coming from the second half. Silent first half from Cameron Turner. And just off the mark on the floater there for the Lady Indians, and that one's going to go out of bounds. Lady Indians player dives into the crowd. But that's going to stay with the Lady Vikes here. And Lady Vikes need to get a score here before this game could potentially get out of hand.
Yeah, and Riley Cowan coming in for Taylor Russell with Taylor Russell going out when it matters most.
Cameron Turner driving inside, kick out, finds the lane, and gets it to go. Cameron Turner with a fantastic play, now has 12 points. Cameron going off here in the second half. Decreases the Manhattan lead to just 1 now with 4.5 remaining here in the fourth.
Vikes really need to stop here.
Haley Harper with the ball, dishes it down low to Kaya Wilson, and she finds the layup contested, and Manhattan's going to call a timeout. Manhattan increases their lead to 36-33 here with 4:11 remaining. Again, very low-scoring game nonetheless a close game, which is always entertaining to watch, as Coach Tinsley for the Vikings is talking to his team with intensity from what we can see up here. Obviously, don't know what he's saying, but Seaman student section getting into it. As we still wait to see a large Manhattan student section, although pretty impressed with the turnout. I would say 5 rows full from over here.
Yeah, and with Manhattan being an hour away, you know, you don't really expect much of a student section, but a pretty nice turnout for the Indians tonight.
No game in Manhattan tomorrow as the Kansas State Wildcats head down to Stillwater, Oklahoma to take on the Oklahoma State Cowboys. That should be another great game if you are a college basketball fan.
Now the Vikes get the ball here on this possession. You know, they per se don't need to take the lead, but you know, you don't really, like, they've tried for threes, try to take the tie the game, I mean, but unsuccessful, and from that the Indians got on a little run.
The Lady Vikes definitely got to try and find Cameron Turner, as she is on a hot streak here. And they're going to say Chloe Carter stepped out of bounds there. Coach Tinsley wants a foul. I would argue that call, but again, I'm not the ref. And I am up here in the booth. Gabby Martinez with the ball. Finds Haley Harper. Haley holding it at the top of the key. Dribbles right. And that is going to be a 5-second violation. Great defense there from the Lady Vikes as they look to tie this thing up here with 3.5 remaining. Although, as Aaron said earlier, don't know if a 3 is what you want here. As Cameron Turner gives it over to Sophie Sparks. Drives inside. Contested layup, no good. Good shot, though. Just couldn't fall.
Yeah, and one thing for the Indians, they've really controlled the rebounds offensively and defensively, you know. That's the reason why they have the lead here. They've been able to get lots of offensive rebounds and probably even more defensive rebounds.
Osterman with the ball. Very silent this half as the Lady Indians turn the ball over, and this one's going back to the Vikes. Manhattan's given Seaman all the opportunity in the world to come back and win this thing. Just Seaman is not capitalizing on their possessions offensively.
Yeah, and this is going to be the 3rd opportunity to take the lead here. Let's see if they can this time.
Cameron Turner kicks it over to Chloe Carter. Finds Sophie Sparks. Reagan Kramer dishes it over to Cameron Turner. She drives inside. Almost loses the ball, but finds Chloe Carter. Passes up the jumper. Finds Riley Cowan for the open jumper just off the front rim. Didn't have all of that ball in her hand. Probably should have waited a little bit. Although I'm not on the court playing, so I don't have any room to talk. 3 just off the mark there. Lucky roll if you're a Viking.
Yeah, missed opportunity there for the Indians. Wide open 3, not able to get it.
Contested layup there. Don't know if that was the smartest of shots.
Yeah, now that's 4 opportunities the Vikes have not been able to get.
And the Manhattan Indians are going to call another timeout, trying to talk this thing over. Coach Tinsley trying to corral his team and try to communicate and get on the same page as we are down to 1:53 here. And your score, Manhattan leads 36-33. A very intense game throughout.
Yeah, and if you're the Vikes, you know, you've had 4 opportunities now to tie or be down by 1. Haven't been able to convert on any of those. And right now you're starting to think There's a minute 53 left. Time is starting to become a factor.
That is, although, as you said, it is just a 3-point game, so one shot in ties it up. But it has been the same score for, what, the last 3 minutes? And
I wouldn't say the last 3 minutes, but at least the last minute and a half, you know, and now the Indians are getting the ball back to even increase their lead.
And Seaman just hasn't been able to come back, which you have to have a sense of urgency, because if you are Seaman, you really don't want to go into overtime here with this Manhattan squad. Great defense there. Reagan Kramer almost steals the ball there, but Manhattan keeps possession. Great defense. Tipped out of bounds. Cameron Turner. And that's going to stay with the Indians.
Yeah, and all throughout this game, Manhattan's had very long offensive possessions and really has not helped this Seaman team.
Osterman with the ball. Finds the pass down low. Can't get it to go. Off the hands of Matty Steiner. And that goes out of bounds. Seaman fans not happy with that call, although I agree. That did go off Matty's hands. Just couldn't re-grab the ball. Taylor Johnson with the ball. She's a player that you really got to defensively clamp up on, as she is a scoring machine this evening. Cameron Turner falls down to the ground. Kai Wilson looks to set the pick there, but they're going to call a foul beforehand on Reagan Kramer. Reagan picks up her 3rd foul, and that is going to be the 6th team foul.
And so far, this one Indians offensive possession has taken 30 seconds. That's 30 precious seconds that the Seaman team needs to come back.
Riley Cowan immediately fouls on the inbound, and I think they're trying to get them to the free throw line because they haven't been shooting well from the free throw line. Really, neither team has been shooting well from the free throw line this evening. Although Kaya Wilson at the free throw line, not the person you want to have at the line, misses the free throw. Finds Reagan Kramer. And Coach Tinsley for the Lady Vikes is going to call the timeout with 1:10 remaining here.
I think that was a smart timeout there. You know, you get the possession back. Indians didn't score any on that very long possession. I think it was about 35 seconds in total. But now you can set up a play. You got minute 10, plenty of time, I think. You're down by 3. I don't say you need to just go for the long bomb and hit the 3-pointer. You know, you might be able to get a 2 and then play great defense and get the ball back and get another 2. But there's 2 different ways Tinsley can do this.
The Manhattan Indians still continue to lead this game 36-33. And with a sense of urgency, these Lady Vikes are really looking to come back and win a big one here in their own gym, as both teams look to go on the road next week, both Tuesday and Friday. Seaman Vikes will inbound Cameron Turner from the sideline.
I don't know if I would have Cameron Turner inbounding it here with her being the big shooter for this half.
Reagan Kramer finds Cameron Turner, and they have her double teamed. Finds Chloe Carter for 3, and that's going to be blocked as Gabby Martinez gets the ball and Riley Cowan fouls her. And if you are a part of the Viking team, Gabby may be the one to foul.
Well, and the Vikes really needed that 3. You know, great defense on the side of the Indians to block it. And now you're able to take a 4 or 5 point lead now.
Don't forget to wrap it up because we're in
Gabby Martinez knocks down the first 1-and-1 here.
Makes it a 2-possession now with 53 seconds left.
Second free throw is good. Nothing but the bottom of the net. With 53 seconds remaining here, Vikes down 5. Reagan Kramer just kind of letting the ball roll, walking the dog, as they say. Finally picks the ball up, gives it back to Cameron Turner. As she goes back to her point guard position, saucing her up. Finds Chloe Carter for 3. Just off the mark on that, and Gabby Martinez is going to get the rebound. Reagan Kramer with the foul. And this is slowly not looking good for the Lady Vikes as Gabby knocked down both of her free throws last time she was at the line.
Yeah, and Chloe Carter has now missed two threes in a row now, and now the Indians are really pulling away.
We remind you that after this live stream, we will end this one, as I said, and we will redo the live stream, but this time we will be doing the Snowball crowning as the candidates for both the Kings and the Queens are on the sides of the court right now getting ready to be announced, so we eagerly await the crowning as Martinez knocks down both of her free throws to increase the lead to 7. And I really can't see the Lady Vikes coming back from this now as we are at 42 seconds remaining here in the game.
Well, that's the largest lead the Indians have had, I think this half. But really, it's not looking good for the Vikes.
Cameron Turner turns the ball over there. And they're going to foul the Lady Indians here.
Yeah, and that's going to be Reagan Kramer's 5th. So she's done for this game for right now with 34 seconds left.
Lady Vikes have 10 fouls, which puts the Manhattan Indians in the double bonus. Automatic 2 free throws. First free throw is good by Haley Harper. And I think this one's over, Aaron.
I think there's 34 seconds left. Indians about to go up by 9 now. Biggest lead, I think, of the game. It's not looking good.
Especially since the Vikes have not been shooting well this evening, especially from behind the arc, which is what they really need right now. Chloe Carter bringing the ball up, trying to get a bucket to go. Finds Maddie Steiner, has to pull it for a 3, but passes up on it. Cameron Turner would have had the wide open 3 there, but a foul is called. I guess you could say a lucky break for the Indians.
Yeah, and, Chloe Carter has been their main three-pointer this year, but missed 2 threes that could have tied, and then later could have be down by 2. Just really has hurt this Vikings team.
That ball's going to go out of bounds there. Stay with the Lady Vikes. Chloe Carter to inbound. Finds Maddie Steiner. Drives inside. Finds Chloe Carter. Brings it back out. Cameron Turner needs to put a shot up. Finds Chloe Carter for 3. Not good on that one at all. Cameron Turner with the floater is good. Lady Vikes are going to call a timeout here as the Indian lead is decreased down to 7 now. Somewhat a little bit more manageable, but with 12 seconds, I find it very hard to come back here, especially the way that we've been, the Lady Vikes have been shooting from behind the arc.
Yeah, but I got to give it to Cameron Turner. A great second half. Didn't score any points in the first half. The Indians really locked down on her. Made sure they watched the film and guarded her. But this second half, they really got lazy. She has, I believe, 13 points just this whole game, but all of them in the second half.
A reminder, at the conclusion of this game, we will be beginning another live stream for the Snowball crowning. Then after that, the boys varsity game. Lady Indians inbound, and I don't think they're going to foul Kaya Wilson with the ball, and they are going to foul with 6.9 seconds remaining in the game. And this one is pretty much over as Osterman goes to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Yeah, the Indians really, this game, I got to give it to the Indians. They really controlled the rebounds. They got so many offensive rebounds for second, third, fourth, fifth, even at one point 6th and 7th tries for the basket. And really, they controlled the rebounds with their height. They have a taller squad, and really able to get those second chance shots.
Taylor Russell into the game. Haven't seen much of her this second half. As Maddie Steiner brings it up, pulls up from 3, and off the mark there. And as you hear the buzzer, the Lady Indians win this one at Seaman High School, 44-35. We will end this coverage and hope to see you here for the Snowball crowning.